Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to NXT Live Review for November 30th, 2016. My personal opinion about this episode, pretty decent show, nothing too big to cry home about. They did some promotion for the NXT Championship for the match that's going to occur at the NXT Live event in Osaka, Japan for the NXT World Title between Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura. We also see Ty Dillinger get a match with Samoa Joe after pretty much antagonizing him to give him a match by slapping him in the face, which my personal opinion wasn't exactly smart, with being on a losing streak, and on top of it, not being able to get over any superstar. Making him do that was kind of silly and stupid. But his attitude pretty much was, if he can't beat Samoa Joe or beat anybody, why is he even here at NXT? Well, my whole thing about Ty Dillinger, I don't particularly care for Ty Dillinger that much. Hate me, love me for it, I don't really care. I am not a big fan of Ty Dillinger. I don't think he's all that impressive. There's really nothing to him. He just goes 10, 10, 10, where he's not perfect at all. He's always losing from all the times I've seen him wrestle. He's always an underdog, and my personal idea of a perfect or a 10 is a cocky dick, pretty much, like a Mr. Perfect, who is a heel who isn't liked by many. That's how I would see Ty Dillinger getting over with this character that he's playing as. He's playing a underdog face, which to me doesn't blend well with his whole gimmick. His whole gimmick is 10. Well, he ain't no 10. I'll tell you that much. Might be lucky if he's a 7. Samoa Joe beat his ass for 30 minutes in the main event. It was kind of close, back and forth, but Samoa Joe ended up beating him with a submission, pretty much leading to the demise of Ty Dillinger, waving to the fans as a way of saying goodbye, and possibly giving a sign that he's no longer part of the company. I'm not sure if that's even in the cards or actually in the behind-the-scenes information or rumors that are going around that Ty Dillinger is done with WWE and the NXT developmental system. So that's to be further looked into as time goes on, giving us a clue what the hell is going on with Ty Dillinger. Maybe this is just a way of giving him time off and then having him come back, maybe playing as a dick character or something like that. We also saw Asuka compete in a one-on-one match with a jobber, or an enhancement talent. The enhancement talent actually gave Asuka a really decent match. I was actually impressed. I didn't see this woman ever on the NXT roster, so I'm assuming she is more than likely just a developmental enhancement talent to help Asuka look even more dominating than she already is. This match was pretty decent. I'd say it was about almost 10 minutes long, possibly. And it was pretty good for a opener match for the show. They were also competing in front of Canada. And that was pretty interesting how they were still in Canada. I'm pretty sure that was a tape show. And then the second match before the main event was actually No Way Jose versus Eric Young, a former TNA wrestler, and actually is performing still under that name with a sicko demented character that he was playing in TNA to begin with. Only he was by himself. Now it looks like he's Bray Wyatt. So if they actually had Sanity get to the main roster, it would be quite interesting seeing Sanity versus the Wyatt family in a no-holds-barred faction fight. That would be kind of interesting. Because they're very similar in a lot of different ways of being pretty much the same exact gimmick. They're both nuts. They both want to pretty much do a lot of sick, demented things to other people. And that's pretty much it. Also, Sanity does remind me of TNA's other faction called Decay. They just don't have the face paint and don't look like sick, demented clowns or mental cases to partake in that kind of gimmick. But they do seem to be a lot of out-of-control characters and really sick, demented, masochistic bastards. No Way Jose actually did perform very well with Eric Young. Eric Young still performing at a decent rate, getting a little bit better. I like his new finisher. I believe that wasn't his finisher in TNA. And I like the finisher Eric Young has. So I was pretty impressed with his in-ring work with No Way Jose. And No Way Jose is a pretty decent performer. I definitely see him eventually moving into the main roster, possibly doing something in WWE. Do I see him as a main eventer type quality? No way in hell. I don't see that even happening unless he went to a brand that had less big name talent on there. If he went on Raw, he'd be fucked. SmackDown, he might actually have a chance. But Raw, no way. He'd be completely destroyed from beginning to end. They wouldn't do nothing right with him. So, anyway, that's just my overall opinion on the show. Pretty decent show. I give the show a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Nice little build up towards their next TakeOver episode, which I think probably will happen in January when they take place in Texas. Hopefully that is the case, or they're probably going to do one when they go to WrestleMania in Orlando, Florida. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the first ever NXT review that I have done on the show, which I will continue to do going from here on out. Leave your comments and opinions down below. Hit that subscribe button. And also, if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up and have a great night, guys.